Yo ho ho!
See?
Okay, it does look like Discord is working the way it's supposed to on Roll20. Awesome. Or on OBS. I was fiddling with some of my sound settings.
One thing I question out about the stream backdrop is some of the background is actually going behind my head.
Yes,
So you may want to.
No. I already know what you're gonna say. The answer is I had to do it a certain way.
Okay.
Another Hades update.
I was
Oh
aware
my
it was
God.
going to do that, but that is the only way to get you to be behind the screen.
Robbie! Oh my God!
Okay.
So you
I'm
just
about
have
to
pretty
let this
colors
man
behind you. Right now, at least.
I'm about to let this man die.
Hey, Susan.
Soleil!
Okay, I count
Put your
everyone.
father out!
I count everyone except Tess. So we're gonna give a minute. Then I will give the introduction.
Good. Robbie! Buddy, if you're scared of fire, don't light the fireplace!
That does sound like a very Sim thing to do.
It is. It is very much a Sims thing to do. Oh, I might have to get Soleil out of here. Robbie's just like, oops, I did it again. I played with your heart. Got lost in the game. Oh, baby, baby. Can't. Buddy, can you make your New Year's resolution not to set yourself on fire? Please? You cringe motherfucker.
Answer appears
I
to be
can
no.
literally say that about him. He has the cringe trait.
Yeah.
I will hydrate in a moment.
We said it was hot, so guess what?
Yeah.
Extra hydrates for you.
Extra hydrates for me. I'm already halfway through my bottle of water, and I think they picked that up like 2 hours ago.
Good.
Oh my.
Means, of course, that I'm probably gonna have to piss like a racehorse later, but you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
As it
same
goes.
for
Oh
me.
dear, we've
Oh.
lost an endless.
Oh no! Oh, I just realized I am WAP. I am not Ari. I will fix. Now I am Ari.
That was weird.
That was weird.
Just Discord just being drunk.
Yeah, just, well, it entirely, just, cut out for a minute.
Robbie, please go take a shower. This is the second time today that you have scared your eldest child out of the house because you set yourself on fire. I can't. I really can't.
There we go.
At least wait until your daughter is in university before you die.
No.
He's just like, I've done everything I need to for my life. I'm good. Guess I'll die. Oh my god, I can't.
Sims are just, more advanced lemmings.
They're special. They're special. It's true. Become a better student. You, Elio. What is your resolution gonna be?
Alright, let's see.
Complete an aspiration milestone? Yeah, I think I can do that.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get us starting to warm up. So, last session, on chaos loosely around the Golden Vault. They were introduced to the 6 members of our team. Almost all of them appear to have their secrets, and all of them have been contacted by an organization that at least claims to have sponsorship from celestial forces and resources that they think at least some of the group want. In return, they have asked for assist for your team to organize around, well, a theft. You see, the Vanderbilt Bluff Museum of National History is playing host to a stone acquired from a recent dig. That is actually the egg of something very bad. The egg will potentially hatch this night, and so you have on the order of 7 hours to acquire it and get it to the professor of a former professor of archaeology, Dr. Cassidanel, before things go bad. Potentially very bad.
Meanwhile, Clayton finds this a little sus.
Yeah, Clayton's not the only one.
I'm sure everyone does.
The doctor did provide you a sketch map of the museum. And some notes about possible opportunity. You had initially proposed a plan, but you have a couple of hours before a gala begins at the museum. This gala will be your best chance to see what the security around the Murkmire's stone is like. And hopefully, you could be so brazen to try and take it during that, but it will probably be safer and less dangerous for the innocents of this city if you do so after the museum closes at 8 p.m. Of course, that's also when all the security turns on, so your time in the museum before then will need to be spent getting as much information as you can, or could be spent as such.
And Ink is aware of Jay's little side plan, which will not be probably done, since that would be a whole lot of solo RPing for who knows what payoff.
Indeed.
Sure, Ink knows, but Jay suspects it wouldn't be much of anything.
Yeah, I will say that some of the plan that, definitely got to cut the balance. And in future sessions, I might arrange offline one-on-one bits to help prepare scenes. But here, your team's got to organize together and land this on. Well, you really only have one chance to pull it off. That said, your contact seems to think that you're up to this task.
Oh, we're totally up to this task. The question is if the museum is.
Mhm.
So, we're on the plotting phase still. It will continue to use this map for your town phase.
Also, Ted, you've been speaking, we haven't heard you.
Oh, hi.
Hey, welcome back.
Yes,
Hello.
you've been muted this entire time. Okay,
Oh, no.
let's see. Call default.
I mean, I'm totally fine with doing this after dark.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. I can still get it from the roof.
The gala is on the second floor at the gemstone wing itself. The museum is open to the public and notably does not charge an admission fee, so not much going on up front on this particular day, but only people in formal dress will be able to get up here.
Yeah.
Into the room itself, or just upstairs at all?
Okay. Only the gemstone wing on the second floor is closed for the ticketed gala.
Okay.
You have enough tickets that all 6 of you could show up. There are enough people attending this event that any fraction of people not whose tickets are not used will not draw particular suspicion.
Okay.
So,
Jay has also been working on secondary plans, which we may need. So
Mhm.
we got options.
Mm-hmm.
At least Ari knows where he's going and what he's supposed to be doing.
Yep.
Hopefully,
so
his,
let's see.
date, unquote, quote unquote. So.
Last time,
You never know.
Bladen proposed checking with the local ne'er-do-wells community a little bit. And being a bit of a professional crook, Clayton can potentially be able to arrange to get some of these contacts. To this end, Clayton, I'm going to give basically each person chance for 2 significant preparatory actions, whether that's trying to get a specific tool, investigate the outside of the building, or etc. Then we can proceed Then we'll proceed to the inside the building, where you'll have a second round of scouting and opportunities to meet some people, and then one last prep. And then you have to decide your plan to implement the theft of, the actual Mark Myers stone itself. So, okay, Clayton, you can roll me I'm going to call it a raw intelligence check to figure out contacts that you might be able to work with.
Come on, roll 20.
For a raw int check for the reference, you want to click the word intelligence on the left side, not an intelligence save.
Oh. Right. Well, let's try that again.
Hey.
It's gonna take so much getting used to this dang advantage thing.
I'm aware.
Let's just take the first roll.
I'll show you mercy this time.
Question. Would the clothing, getting the nice outfits, count as one of those preparatory things for those who are going to go in?
For those who are going to go into the gala, yes,
Yeah.
But I'll let one. Well, also you can have more than 2 actions actually. But I do want each person to discuss actions one by one. For before you go to the museum, and then we're gonna do a round at the museum.
And we
This
never
is
did
based-
figure out how to communicate, right?
As far as I'm aware, you do not currently have a established tool for communication.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Just making sure.
So that's something you have to figure. You
Yeah,
can.
we'll have to figure out not hand signals, sound signals or spell signals
Yep.
or something.
And of
Cool.
course, and I will allow for convenient pre-arrangement of rendezvous points on the fly because, and of course, passing by each other and quickly whispering messages, things like that. Later on, you might be able to get some get some training resources to also assist with it. But they thought this job was easy enough you wouldn't need that.
Those fools.
Oh dear. Okay. So, Clayton, your first attempt to get with the local Thieves Guild, thieves associations, the professional unions, whatever phrasing you wish to use, is only modestly successful. They, one would be Pickpocket, who you successfully prevent from, well, plying his trade, as it were, signals that the local guild has been investigating opportunities at that museum, but have been cautious about doing much, in part because of the place having enough guards that it would take an organized operation to face them down. And supposedly, the statues around the building, some of them are rigged to animate to attack intruders.
Oh, fun.
Or at least that's the rumor. No one has yet dared to test this theory.
Clayton actually likes the sound of this. He may decide he wants to go to this gala to check these out.
That's about as much information as you're going to get. And if you bring up making a forgery of a 10-pound object in 2 hours, you're going to get laughed at. You're just going to get flat out laughed at.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not a chance, Chubber. Not a chance. Okay.
Yeah, Clayton does not share that part of his thing anyway. Clayton mostly wants to make sure they're not stepping on toes.
Well, people seem interested in trying, but no one's dared to make the move yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
Indeed.
One thing Clayton will be offering is that they're going to be trying something, and if it turns out well, he'll have some intelligence if they have anything more to offer to encourage that.
We don't trust that easy, Chumma.
Hey, no, I get it. I'm just saying. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. And you don't, I don't. And he's just going to say that he totally understands, and he'll just wave goodbye as he heads the door. Honestly, that intel about the statues is pretty worthwhile.
Okay. Played it. All right.
Clayton has received intel.
Okay. Clayton, are you going to grab formal garb for infiltrating the gala, or come a little more normally for the rest of the museum?
He's probably going to come a little more normally for the rest of the museum. He's more interested in the department head's offices than the gala at the moment.
That seemed all right. Let's see. Who wants to talk about their investigative or preparatory tasks second?
Midday and Gem were going to scope with Stone and Phoebe Eyes.
Okay. So you're checking the outside of the museum out.
Yes.
All right. The streets around this town are, well, one thing you notice is that the museum is on a bit of a hill. The front entrance is on a main street that's on the uphill side, and there is a back entrance that is at least the basement. You also
Which-
notice that those doors are quite unsubtly locked.
That would be our loading dock.
Presumably.
Probably. Yeah.
So, all right. Inspecting the stonework around the building. Let me check. Dwarven stone cutting work. Okay.
There I am.
You may roll me a history check. Let's see, both of you examining around the building, and there are alleys on both sides. Mitney, give me a history check at a +2 bonus to account for stone cutting granting you expertise with
I'm gonna roll it and we'll decide.
with advantage because you are getting assistance from Archivist.
So that would be a dirty 20.
Okay, dirty 20. The size of the building do not have the kinds of abnormalities that would indicate a security system. The back of the building, around the basement loading dock, similarly does not seem secured beyond the lock and beyond a lock on the inside. It does not appear that it is plausible to open it from the outside without the use of a non-trivial amount of magic. Up front, however, do spots a little something. You spot on the very doors to the museum itself a audible alarm spell that's been rigged up. This activates you don't know what the trigger is offhand, but it's clearly remote controlled. And basically, if the door moves touched by someone without some kind of counter device, it will start shrieking.
I mean, I scream when I move too. It ain't special.
Mm.
Sorry.
There we go.
Presumably, this is the basis of the alarms around the building.
Whatever. Good enough. Okay.
You know what? Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check. Okay. You don't have more specifics on what that canceling mechanism is from the design of the alarm. Still, could be worse.
And then I know Tess had plans for the roof, I think.
I do.
Or
But Midnight Archivist, do you have any other investigatory actions you wish to take for this phase?
Yes, I wanted to specifically see if I could get in to the office and
I think we're on the exterior plot right now.
oh, just
Yeah.
on the X.
You can choose
I mean-
to walk right on in preemptively, and I won't advance the scene on everyone if you do so.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, let's open in case the joint is fair game.
Yeah.
Okay. Then boop boop.
Boop boop be doo.
Okay. Everyone except. I'm actually going to just shuffle everyone off to the side a little bit. Everyone except Archivist. The information you're seeing, you're not seeing yet.
Okay.
Particularly
Things
Jess.
we aren't seeing. Okay.
Until we
Yeah,
get
my
to-
my screen is black. Is that normal?
At
I-
the very bottom
You
of
may-
the thing, there's a map.
You'll need to scroll. You probably need to
Oh,
scroll.
I had to really scroll.
Yeah, it's a big map.
It's a fairly large. Many of these maps are quite large, and I don't have the ability to force drag people's vision.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's quite big.
I see nothing.
I see nothing.
I see myself.
Clayton, for the sake of the stream, I'm going to drag your token with Archivist. You are not actually there.
Absolutely.
Oh, correction. Sorry, Ari.
Oh.
Right, Ari. Your token's getting dragged around. That's just so the stream can see what Archivist is seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Valid.
Archivist, as you first step into the
I'm a
museum,
ghost.
the welcome desk is currently entirely unoccupied, actually. No one's bothering to greet you or any of that.
Hmm.
Statues depicting robed human women flank the sides of this public mingling space, which boasts a large marble column in the center. The museum's information desk is situated just inside, and there is a really fancy staircase back here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
From what you know, the offices appear to be on this side to the east. Are you just gonna try going right there?
Probably going to check out what's in the left room first, and then circle back around just to
Go ahead and move your
not be
token.
obvious.
Go ahead and move your token as you wish.
Alright, probably off this way. Okay. Alright, interesting.
Artificial plants made of wood, silk, and other materials sprout from artfully arranged planters around this entire hall. Three rooms high for reference. Tall ferns, bushes with mysterious berries, and slender trees are represented alongside placards about various ancient plant life. We're talking species that are long extinct.
Oh.
Okay, let's see. Archivist, you may roll your choice of an investigation or an arcana.
Alright, let's see. Well, they both have the same modifier, so.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to presume you had an off that Midnay pointed out what the alarms looked like to you.
Probably.
And you notice that there was definitely one here. And based on the layout, you can probably guess that the other two exits to the hallway are the same way.
Good to know.
So, which route will you take next to continue the investigation phase? There's another hall to your left that, and you can go up through the rooms here,
Yeah.
take a glance.
Look in here. Alright.
Okay.
Mm,
Glass display cases boast objects related to life in the ancient era of this Fark and Bluff region. Clay pots, stone tools, scraps of old leather clothes, informational placards about their historical use. We're not exactly talking the Jorvik Viking Museum tier here, but definitely well crafted. Go ahead and give me a perception check as you poke around these rooms a little. Okay.
Totally distracted by the cool kid.
There's history here.
Yep.
I'm going to go
Alright.
ahead and drag Ari around and give both of you kind of a lap. So you see what this hallway
Excuse me.
Okay.
is like.
Fix this. Okay.
So the thing that jumps out at you is that this basic loop layout is definitely a bit of a show. You saw one guard on each of the two hallways, and their route appears to basically keep them stuck around here.
Mm.
Each of them was patrolling one of the two sets of rooms, and doesn't appear to be deviating from that route except when it's time to take a break.
Okay.
That said, thank you for putting up with me dragging you all over the place like crazy, Rin. Archivist, where next?
Alright. We've gotten back to this top hall.
Yep. No offices over here,
Yep.
which is consistent with the doctor's notes.
Yeah. Was partially to check that. Partially just to appear like I'm actually checking things out. Out in the museum, like a normal patron.
Oh, well, it seems to be working so far. Not drawing much attention, at least.
Yep. Wonder if didn't need to go.
Okay.
And
Okay, so as you advance along here and here, notice display racks filled with things like tunics, bandanas, books, bric-a-brac. Most of it emblazoned with the museum's logo somewhere on it. We're talking this side is full of replicas of artifacts. You are not so lucky that there's replicas of the Merkmeyer's stone yet.
Darn.
Of course not.
This side is called the Historian's Gifts, and let's just face it, it's the cheap souvenir. All right. So over here, you guys, as far as I can tell, you see the door icons. Ren, you may want to scroll your map a little to the right.
Yeah.
And if which door do you try?
Probably sidle up to this one.
Okay.
Just as.
Okay. Clicky. Predictably locked.
Alright. Well.
Okay. Do you try other doors, or do you presume all three will be locked? And either head upstairs or exit to allow for scene advancement.
I'm gonna try all three, but just meander a little through the gift shop between, just to look a little less suspicious.
All right. You do spot that there's 2 guards around here, and they're just kind of walking around.
Mm-hmm.
This gives you opportunities with them a little ways away to tap this store and this store, finding, of course, that both are locked.
Cool. Okay, good to know. All right. With that info,
One last
probably-
perception check.
yeah. There we go.
As you are on your way out or on your way over here, you notice this guard come over here and pull out a key and step into this
Okay.
room. You notice that the key is on a small chain with a small card on it.
Okay. Good to know. Not confident enough that I think I can nick that, but I will remember that. And
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna duck
Something
out
about that
first.
card
Yeah.
feels like it's more than just a marker.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be sure beyond that, though.
Excuse me.
Mhm.
Sorry.
It's a blue eyes white dragon.
Or
Better not
part of
let
exotic.
Kaiba anywhere near it then.
Somewhere in the
Okay.
distance you hear, it's time to duel.
What in
No.
the Dan Green?
The card games will come in a future episode, and they will not be played on motorcycles.
Damn.
Okay.
We don't make
That's-
enough money for the motorcycle.
Damn it.
Anyway,
We don't make enough.
probably gonna duck out
So-
then at this point. To
All right.
see in advance and relay this important info.
All right. So that is Midday and Archivist have discovered a couple bits. Playdens heard a useful rumor. Let's see. So that leaves Ari. Do you do anything special? Or do you just go pick up the formal clothes for those who are going in formal garb? Red.
Oh, sorry. Hi, what?
All right. I'm basically picking a random order who's doing stuff, who does stuff next.
Oh, okay.
Knowing what you now know, what if any additional preparatory actions will Ari take here?
Do we know anything about, like, the security measures in terms of do people get pat downs, or are they just, if you're dressed nicely, they'll let you in regardless?
It seems like they're barely even bothering to enforce that downstairs, at least. You were told the gala. You apparently can also walk upstairs, so at least there's guards looking around there. If you're too scruffy, they might get a little side-eye.
Mhm.
But it looks like, the only room that appears to actually be blocked off where they're doing any semblance of check is that gemstone hall upstairs.
We're mostly supposed to be where the gala is. Me and
Yeah.
Zeph specifically.
Yeah.
Your target's in that room. You'll know that much.
Yes. So I think the only thing Ari would do as any additional preparation, if possible, would be to see about trying to squirrel away a couple of fireworks in under his clothes as a potential distraction, not necessarily as a for sure we're gonna need this distraction, but as a potential if it comes down to it.
A surprise tool that may help you later.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Okay, with the fact that you are preparing this in advance, roll me a sleight of hand in advance with advantage.
Bring Ari back up. Core. Sleight of hand with advantage. Oh, I did not mean to
Ari,
pop that.
buddy, you
Ari!
know that Clave is the one who does these tricks.
Bro.
Ask him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just
Anyone-
trying to be prepared for possibilities. You're also
I
the one
mean-
who taught me to be prepared for possibilities.
Did I roll a sleight of hand? So that if, he doesn't get it, I could maybe do it.
Well, what I will allow is for you to roll perception to be aware that Ari has not done a good job hiding firecracker.
Thank you.
Do I roll
You may
advantage?
roll this later at the when they meet back up phase.
Do I roll advantage or no?
Just a straight check here.
Okay. I mean, I think the perception should be based on how badly he fucked it up.
Yeah, it was the perception was basically the DC to catch it. So yeah, you're Zephiel. No, it was they know immediately. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work.
Damn it!
Ari, you've got a fuse sticking out there.
Oh,
Mm,
I tried. Look,
All right.
fancy clothes aren't great for hiding shit in unless you're female presenting and you've got a giant skirt.
Midday Archivist. Are either of you going for the formal garb for infiltrating the party?
yeah.
Does that mean Archivist is gonna take off his hood?
Yeah, I don't have.
You have to you have to slip out and get something. Thankfully, you've got there's a local tailor who has stuff
Mhm.
close to the right size and has it altered for you to fit you well enough to pass for this evening in a relatively few minutes.
Great.
Yes,
So-
Midnight probably also needs to head that way too.
You're both adequately fitted for this purpose. Ari, same question.
Yes. What was the question?
Does Ari go for formal garb for infiltrating a party, or not do so to instead poke around other areas of the museum?
Oh, no, Ari's going for the formal.
So it's three of you on the inside, one on the out so far. Okay, rolling evens will be Jamisha, odds Zephiel. 14. Jamisha!
Yes.
Okay, so you are aware from others in the party scouting, that the walls, including the back wall, don't appear to have special security on them.
Excellent.
So, what you doing?
Well, I'm going to try to see the quickest way to get to the back of the building.
It's open. The street behind is an open street, though not a very well trafficked one, and there are alleys
Okay.
on both sides.
Excellent. Want to make sure that we can escape easily. if going to the back, would I know about that back door in the basement?
Basement door and it being locked? Yes.
Okay, excellent.
Notably, the lock is a inside to out only lock. You're unless you can figure out
Yeah,
some very clever.
Yeah, I remembered that. I was just making sure that Jamisha knew that, not just Rox.
I'm presuming
So,
that the information's been shared to you by Mitney and or Archivist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I want to check that street, see best locations for escape routes or for coming at it without being perceived. Um, which sides of the wall probably has the best um cover, so I can spider climb my way up the wall.
Okay.
Um, Once I do that, I think I will spider if I can. I will spider climb up the wall just to test it. Um,
Okay.
and check the roof for any alarms.
You go where you please. And right now, where you please is the roof of this building.
Mm-hmm.
There is no stairs into the building from the roof. This was common enough for older architecture. But there is a gigantic skylight, and I'm kind of going to drag your token around to give you the shape of
Okay.
the upper level.
Okay.
So you got that attic, and there is a skylight on it. I'm going to go ahead and go a
Excellent.
little further and drag your token inside because you can to show what you can see at the current moment, more or less, when you look through that skylight. Look, there's a winding staircase on the east, and this place is pretty cramped and full of haphazardly stacked boxes. The skylight is there and does appear to be able to open. So that must be how they can access, the only way that they can access the roof, unless there's something you've missed.
Okay. Any traps or anything like that I could check for around the skylight?
Give me an investigation check.
Okie dokies. Not that I'm any good at them. But. Alright, investigation there.
Well, 17. You're pretty confident that there's no alarm spell or anything here. The skylight
Excellent.
does appear that it can open, but in the interesting thing you spot is that the lock is a centered lock. That is, it can open from either side. That said, with a appropriate use of thieves' tools, this could be a way in or out.
Excellent.
Do
Try
do
to
you
resist the urge to just go in.
and you could.
Sure, I'll go in.
Mm,
Just to get a good idea of how we're gonna escape, if we're gonna escape this way, or what I'm expecting to go in when it's time. I can lay low in there, after
Okay.
hours and stuff.
All right. If you can't force it open, please give me a thieves' tools check. And be patient while I deal with this random ass caller. 1 minute.
Tools check.
Pretty good.
hell yeah.
Oh, hey, my music stopped.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No
No
problem.
worries.
I am.
Okay. Your thieves' tools, yeah, you've got this. That lock pops right open.
Perfect.
You can choose to examine.
I will. Examine.
Okay. And if you go into drop down into the attic easily enough, look around a little bit. Frankly, the stuff here, it appears to be a lot of stuff that's like stuff they pull down for events like lecterns, tableware. A lot of it's been moved pretty recently, which would be consistent with what you've heard about the gala.
Yeah.
So, and there is a single stairwell. Do you go down?
Oh my.
I will go down into it, yes, to investigate good hiding spots, if necessary.
Okay.
Good hiding spots, and maybe look at the stairs and see if I can listen, see how close it is to the gala, based on the map that the other lady had given us.
I've dragged your token down and to the right a fair distance. And when you go up, you will see a long hallway and a bunch of doors that appear to be the museum's privies.
Oh, all right, excellent. Right,
We can see the toilets from here.
Mm.
excellent. I'm gonna go right back up.
Okay.
Now that I have confirmed the location.
Okay.
All right. So I have good news to report. I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna hide. So stealth. For a bit. See if there's any guards that go up here. Do you move around?
I will say that the answer is that their default patrol does not go up here.
Excellent.
So
Okay. So with that confirmed, I've got a good entrance to get into the gala. I am not dressed for that.
you wish to scoot out past the intel and then go get some formal garb, or are you gonna stay dressed for casual?
Oh, I'm probably going to be going in after dark, so it's not likely that I'll be going in during the gala.
Okay.
However, what I might do is I will try to see if we can get any potential tools to get other people up to the roof or down from the roof if that's our escape.
All right. Let's see.
Good idea.
With what Clayton did earlier, I'm going to say that you can pretty easily get your hands on some common rope, and with a little bit of prep, turn that into. That would be enough to get a person or two up onto the roof without further equipment needed. Do you wish to go ahead and pick up a sufficient hempen rope for 1 gold?
Sure. Maybe jerry rig it to the edge, and we can do the quick drop down move.
There is, of course,
joking.
fine silk rope and even some enchanted ropes out there, but
Not really necessary for the situation.
yeah.
And also probably out of our price range at the moment.
At the moment.
Probably.
All right. So
With
I've
that
done
said,
my reconnaissance, and then we'll report back with my bit of rope.
yep. So you have a way to get up there, you have a way to get people up there, and you can. It seems pretty safe to leave the skylight unlocked to take advantage for people to take advantage of.
Okay.
Okay. That leaves Zephiel.
Well,
What is our... What are they getting up to?
Um, I think for the most part, they're trying to figure out what the right questions would be to ask to properly distract the people in charge. And make it look like they're like genuinely interested in knowing about the Murkmire Stone,
Okay.
and trying to make them and Ari seem less suspicious.
Okay.
So I'm not entirely sure how they're going about doing that.
Well, unless you're going to get your formal wear and go into the get right to the gala, at which point I'd rather wait and advance the scene first.
Mhm.
Because I know I'd want to tell everybody that
Yeah.
you guys can all hide up near the privies and up there. After
Yeah.
the gala.
Yeah.
So
So that would they're probably working with Ari to sort of figure out what questions would be good to ask so that they could give some last minute information to the team.
Mm.
But yeah, other than that, like, Zeph's not really sure what to do. This is their first time doing anything of this caliber.
Mhm.
I mean, they're trying to think of it as a performance, but
Well,
it's
so far
definitely nerve-wracking.
your stage so far, I would say that you don't have much of a stage yet, but with some formal garb, I'm presuming you choose to go for that.
Yeah, absolutely. They know the importance of looking the part.
Your chance to start your performances will come soon. Okay. Before the collective infiltrate the museum for the gala, so this would be around 6-ish p.m., does anyone have any further things they wish to do?
So this is just a question to everybody in the group before the gala. I think Zeph would probably ask if there's anything any of them would want them to focus on as far as finding out information.
Where the other eggs are.
So Midnight's going. We got half of us going to the gala. Yeah,
So-
we just need to make sure the night guards aren't a different route than the day guards.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay, that's a good one. I think the other thing is, as far as the other eggs, unless that was public knowledge, they'd
Well,
probably
you probably wouldn't be able to ask about that.
Clayton,
Yeah.
You don't
Clayton-
think that
Clayton-
part's public knowledge.
Yeah,
Clayton
if
would
That said,
that if
the
they Clayton would indicate, don't ask about eggs, ask about stones. And if we're wanting to ask like we're interested, we might ask if this is a new dig or if this is a new exploration of some place previously prospected already.
Mhm.
Yeah, don't refer to it as an egg. That's a good point. No one else knows it's an egg.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Supposedly.
that's-
On egg, we reveal that we're working with the doctor, and then we get in trouble.
Valid.
Exactly. Which is why, Zeph wouldn't want to ask about the other eggs in the first place, to not reveal that they were working with the doctor.
I will say
Yeah.
that the doctor did tell you none of the others have been extracted, and thus none of the others are yet active.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they wouldn't even be in the museum.
No, they wouldn't be.
Excellent. Okay, good. We don't have to worry about anyone trying to awaken another fucking eldritch.
From what I gathered from
Not yet,
what the
at
doctor
least.
had said, it looked like none of them were viable as of right now, because a lot of them were still encased in whatever it was that they had dug out.
Let's see.
Yeah, but
The others are currently, as far as you are aware, sealed.
Yeah, Clayton does think that if we want to pursue this line of questioning, asking if it's a new dig or a recent dig or an old dig is worth figuring out. But this is something he knows as a ruin explorer / archaeologist / person who gets into places he shouldn't.
Yeah, Zeph is not one of those kinds of people, so they would probably stick to seeming as intrigued, but generally uninformed as possible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
All right.
Clayton is absolutely informing the others of the rumor of the animated golem statues. He also, if Jem indicates that she's going to be going back to the roof, he might ask her to position several skyrockets aimed away from the museum to serve as a distraction for her should they need it. But if she's not
Mhm.
going up there, he may do that himself.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Okay.
I
I'm
mean, I
going.
don't know how comfortable I feel using rockets, but I'll set them up.
No,
Okay.
you don't worry about launching them. That's my job.
Okay.
Okay, so. Okay. With that said, day continues, and you've got the. Well, around 6 p.m. is when the gate opens, and you all can start filtering in.
Cool.
You'll notice that I've set all the tokens except Jamisha's outside towards the bottom of the map. Jamisha, are you going in through the front of the museum, or are you sticking to your
I'm going through the room.
You're going for you're gonna stick to second story work.
Yeah.
All right. Whoever wishes to describe first, what do you do?
Midday
So
wants to
this
see all the rocks.
this
I'm
is
probably gonna be the shortest one. 'Cause I'm gonna be waiting until after dark anyway.
3 different people kind of ran over one another there.
I was gonna say that I'd probably be the shortest one to do first. To do me first, since I'll be the shortest, since I'm mostly gonna wait until it's dark.
Okay.
So,
So yeah,
I'll go up to the roof. I'll have my rope prepped. I'll put up the rockets in the exact way that El Senor Clayton told me to. And I'll get into that storage area. And bide my time.
I think Mitney said something next.
Wants to go inspect the rocks.
Okay. So Mitney, you've got the formal
He's
guard.
trying to be formal dwarf craftsman person.
Okay. You are
Mhm.
able to waltz right up to the stairwell through the shiny lobby. Roll me a perception.
Perception.
Alarm rune, right there, on at the bottom of the stairwell.
All right.
Okay. As you go upstairs, you are greeted, and anyone who followed Mitney is the same. So, by the skeletons of several large prehistoric dinosaurs on display, including the museum's most famous signature display, a beautifully preserved Allosaurus, its leathery skin appearing supple to the touch. No, you're not allowed to touch it. Or at least that's what the sign says. An informational placard next to the dinosaur explained that it died in the Murkmire millennia ago and was naturally preserved. Display cases along the room's
Murkbog.
walls. Damn it, Jay!
All right, now we gotta sing it. Holy fucking shit! It's a dinosaur.
Jesus
Jesus
Christ,
Christ! What the fuck?
I love it.
The wall.
Okay.
All right. The walls of this room, and I'll go ahead and drag everyone else who's party prone up there. Give me a second. Take a couple drags. Are full of displays of other ancient local predators. Anyone may roll a perception. Anyone who's up there, which is Ari, Zeph, Archivist, and Bitney, may roll me a perception check.
Damn it. I failed.
Clayton will be going in, but he's going in separate from the group, so that will come later.
You want to look at the fluffy tail. It's not fluffy, but it should be.
I want it. I want it bad.
My
Midday!
rolls are
It's
You
okay.
be the
It's
one-
okay.
horrible.
It's okay. Mitney got us.
Okay.
Mitney, you spot that there are 2 alarms in this area. There's one right under the sign saying Unearthed Cafe on this side. And there's one at the main entrance to the Gemstone Hall, which also has a couple of guards checking for ticket.
They like to see my boleto. Mi entrada.
Entrada.
So,
I've seen it both ways,
It is both ways.
but yeah.
with that said, does anyone beeline right for the gala, or do you try to poke around some of the rest of the floor first?
I mean, my perception has not been very good so far, and I consider my job to be asking guards questions. So
Okay. Oh, right. Mitney.
I say less guards and more like staff.
curators, shit like that.
Yes, curators.
Sorry,
You want to know how?
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
how? Oh my gosh.
Mitney kind of wants to make a loop and then head over there. She wants to see the other critters,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then she'll go to
Archivist
Gems.
he'd stick to Midnight.
So I gotta slip you
Uh.
2 around. And I will note that down here, you guys notice a vent, though it is several feet up above the floor. So you need a little bit of
Wonderful.
effort to get up to it. And there is a locked door here.
Oop, hey, it's not where we're supposed to be. There we go.
Where it goes
I want to
is
say
a-
Mitney stepped funny on the rune on the stairs. Like, I don't know if she had a manufacturer. Oops, I stepped on whatever clothing she was wearing, but she stepped funny on the rune. Or near
So-
the rune.
to announce its
hopefully
presence to the
trying to,
others.
Yes.
I'm going to assume that both of you can catch that cue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mitney just stepped really funny, and Mitney normally walks perfectly fine. It's not like she's gotten into booze yet.
Mhm.
Or
Or if we
enough.
don't know that.
I mean, we can make a comment about it. Be like, honey, we haven't even started the night. Already drunk? I didn't think it took that much.
Alright. So if you
I
slip
mean, she is a dwarf.
do you go through this door here or this one here?
Probably the top one and around.
Well, the answer is, and again, dragging Ari just for camera purposes. Yeah, there's not much here. It's just a back hall. It is publicly accessible, but they haven't put much here.
Okay. No
As-
funny
Someone should
windows,
go to the
no
bathroom.
pictures of neat stuff.
Yep. Nope. The privies
Yeah,
that
good.
you would have been warned about or cued about earlier by Jamisha are behind you over here-ish, though.
Mhm.
And as you step around back, you find yourself in a weird mix of cafeteria tables and lounge furniture with a sign reading Unearthed Cafe. There is a counter with, looks like a few different, some light drinks and snacks available.
Hmm.
If you were going to be unscrupulous, you could try there's probably going to be a cash box somewhere in there.
I mean, we're getting paid for this anyway.
We're getting paid a lot,
We're
yeah.
getting paid a lot. It's not what we're here for.
Speak for yourselves.
Advancing onward. Advancing onwards, you enter the Creatures of the Past exhibit. A variety of small prehistoric creatures, microraptors, ornithopods, small elephants, and something that almost resembles the cockatrice, almost like an ancient ancestor of it. Informational placards tell different stories of these creatures and their bones. Mitney and Archivist, roll me a perception again as you advance through this area.
Oh, goody.
I'm just advancing you a token, is basically to say,
yeah,
not much
Oh,
here.
there we go. Not interested in the critters, apparently.
Okay.
They sure are animals.
Uh-huh.
You
And
advance
not the kind
onward
that you
in
can...
midday. Your dwarven sensibilities are attracted to this room, on the other hand. After all, this is the Underground Wonders exhibit. Glittering
Wonderful.
ore and gemstones arranged in fine velvet-backed display cases with history of the local geology all around. This one, you notice, has 2 guards, whereas the previous exhibit had just 1. This isn't the space for the precious stone.
Yeah, this is like the just cool stones and the fancy, like, this stone just grew this way, and it looks like, I don't know, half of the symbol of a god sort of thing.
Okay.
The weird.
What to have you roll here? Both of you give me a perception with advantage.
Oh, okay. Holy shit.
Archivist's
Nicely done.
memory come in handy.
Okay. As you advance to the second room, Archivist, you're the first to spot the very large chunk of jade, which looks interestingly. It's probably the most valuable stone in this room, but which doesn't mean it's particularly high value.
Mm-hmm.
And just as important, it sounds like it might. It looks like the same size and weight as what you've heard about the Berkmeyer stone. Notably, it is one of the rocks that is in a glass case that will not a locked glass case. It's not one of the touchies like some of the other ones. Fessily, one of the ones that was in a open case where you could touch it, was also marked, "You probably shouldn't." Given how sharp that one looked, yeah.
Yeah.
The jade does not look sharp, but it does. But the case is locked.
Good to know. Good to know.
Okay. Midday, you actually miss this coincidence, but what you spot is a door.
A door.
Yep, they've got a hidden door. Looks like it's a staff door meant for getting people for like cleaning supplies or something. And notably, if your sense of the room layout is steady, which I'm going to just give you flat out it is, the logical other side would be inside that gemstone wing. That said, there is a lock on this door.
All right.
So, last is the archaeology display. Picks, trowels, brushes. This room is about talking about the tools that the famous local experts use to dig up what's been found in the museum. Fancy murals along the south wall depict several of the famous digs of the city. The same guards that were patrolling the gemstone room are in here
Mm-hmm.
as well. And let's see. And there is a non-concealed but locked door back in the back corner, also a way into the gemstone wing. That said, either of you give me a perception check, no advantage this time.
Okay.
Both of you spotted it about the same time. One of the cases, again locked, predictably.
I'm just rolling for funsies. Don't mind me.
Both of you spot that the two of the items on display here are abnormally flawless. A dagger and a small hand axe suitable are both appear to be way beyond the value of the other tools in this room. The problem is that you can tell at a glance that it's not just that it's a locked case, that lock is flat out stuck. You're not opening that case without breaking the glass.
All right.
Darn.
Interesting.
Okay. That said, this is the end of the hallway. Do either of you do anything with this information, or do you just kind of head back?
We're gonna hold on to. I think we're gonna. Mitney's gonna hold on to the information for the group. Like, are we? She's thinking we're supposed to just take the horrible rock, but like, do we want to make it look like it was other stuff at the same time? Because there was some neat stuff. That's what she's thinking. Information for later. Do we want to hide what we were actually here to grab?
A good question.
That's something we probably should have asked earlier.
I mean, we're mostly here as a.
I mean,
scoping.
it would serve to make it look more like a general robbery as opposed to targeting just the one thing.
Yeah.
So it might not be a bad thing to think about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It might get our scientist lady off the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like if we just steal the one thing,
She's gonna be the primary suspect.
she's gonna be the prime suspect.
Yeah.
Given she was already caught attempting to do just that. Yes.
Yeah.
She already tried it once.
Okay. So yeah. With that said, Zephiel, do you wait for the others to come back around, or do you waltz right on in?
I think Zeph is gonna waltz on in and sort of start acting like they're looking around with interest at the various things in there. What is in there aside from the stone?
Well,
A whole lot
two
of-
guards, for one,
Two
right
guards.
at the door. They're walking around. They check your ticket. They let you right on in.
Woohoo.
They don't seem to be bothering to check you, though they have obviously glanced for weapons. And you're finding that there are chairs surrounding several tables, which are cluttered with crystal and silver tableware. We're talking the good stuff here. At least this as good as the museum's going to get when it needs to satisfy rich patrons.
Mhm.
The stones around, there's several gemstone exhibits around the room,
Okay.
a bunch of chairs, and on the east wall, a marble pedestal with a light green stone.
which I can probably immediately assume is what we are looking for.
Yes, indeed.
But I'm not gonna head over there. Yeah, I'm not gonna head over there right away. I'm gonna check out everything else in the room first, and like slowly
Okay.
make my way around, just sort of looking at everything.
Okay. There's quite a few people here by this point.
Mhm.
Most of them
Oh,
random.
this is a thing to think about. That Ari and I probably would have thought about beforehand.
Hmm.
If anybody asks us like about ourselves, what is the story we've come up with?
Oh, well, I figured just to make it a little bit easier, we probably are going in as a couple, quote unquote. So pretending to be either, I would guess probably engaged or married already.
Okay.
Okay. Pretend you're a couple.
Pretend we're a couple.
You're not local. They know they would. You're not local, but you can. An easy story to sell would be that you are patrons from Waterdeep, considering that you're literally from Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm.
Darky Moon.
Yeah, I would say a couple random people will try to chat you up because you seem like people of potentially worth noticing. So, Zephiel or Ari, give me a deception check to sell that you are in fact just some random.
Some rando
Yep.
that may have money.
Well,
Yep.
if Ari doesn't roll well, I've got us covered.
Well, yeah, both of Zephiel's selling easily covers, and Ari, you're pretty confident that even your telling of the story is enough to get these borderline random nitwits.
If it gets a little too hairy in there as far as like questions are concerned, Zeph is the family with the money, and I'm the one who married in.
Okay.
Fair
That's
enough.
enough to get people going.
We met each other. It was love at first sight. Just glorifies, just regales them with this glorious romantic tale that's almost like a movie.
They lose
It's almost like you got it out of a story.
Every time, without fail, they lose interest almost instantaneously.
Good. Leave us alone.
It's
The only person of note you spot here, the first person who's supposed to spot is an elf, Georgina Lucina Van Dilarhal. She's very insistent that you pronounce it correctly, and appears to be an heir to a mining fortune. Who just says, our dear curator has been fidgeting all night. With that clutch on the bit that she's always holding behind her. She got some sort of bad news. Maybe she's about to fire somebody.
Oh my.
Okay, Ari, you catch a different bit of gossip. You hear the note that the museum hasn't been doing well lately. Only sold the person who says it, some old lady, looks like she's not as wealthy as her rank, but she claims to be a countess, apparently. Well, she noted that there's a small fortune of ore and gem samples in the basement. They make so much money for the museum. If they just sold them all off.
From a wealthy family, allegedly.
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 We found our competition, guys.
Okay. Finally, as you mingle around and get to the buffet tables,
we have to make ourselves look like we're actually, people of note.
Okay. Zephiel, Arcana check.
Oh, love it. Hey, that's not bad.
Nice roll.
Okay. So, Zephiel, you're pretty sure that there's magic on the pedestal. You also notice that the pedestal's been built into the floor. It's not going to move.
Interesting.
There's a tiny glyphic pattern carved into the base. You'd have to get closer to read it, but that's almost assuredly a magic rigged on it.
Yeah, for sure.
On the other hand, is the first one approached by a elven lady with these nice fancy glasses. You know, just someone who's kind of looks like she's trying to show off. You probably know the sort. And she just greets you. Would you be perchance from, no, let me guess. Would you be from Waterdeep?
Yes.
Pleased to meet you. I am Alta Arkin.
Shit.
Is that a name we should recognize?
You've been told that that's the name of the curator.
Okay.
And for the rumors and such, you know that she's the one who's been a former professor of the university and is responsible for the ties to the anthropology and archaeology department. So she is quite possibly the one who got the doctor in trouble. At this point, she let's see. Basically, what do you choose to talk about? Because otherwise, she's just going to start going into full idle chit-chat mode. At this point, Archivist and Mitney, you can catch up and slide into the room at your opportune. And if you choose to ask about anything, well, she might just share it with you.
What questions did we come up with?
Let's see. The question of if there's other... is the dig a new one, and were there other stones at the dig?
Yeah, like what kind of resources were at the dig? Like
the digs. The temple site that we were investigating, and there's more about it than just the stone, but we haven't gotten enough to really do an exhibit on it yet. That's coming next.
Okay.
Appeared to have multiple such stones, but this was the easiest to extract. So we went with it first. I also believe that it was the largest that was found. I would have to ask one of the professors of archaeology to be completely certain of that, though.
I see. It's pretty impressive that you got this at all.
It's quite the thing. I was very pleased with the doctor's success finding it. Okay.
How much research has your team done on this particular specimen? Like,
We've only had...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, finish the question first, please.
Have you had any time to look into what this might be? Because it kind of looks like jade, but there's something off about it.
He giggles a bit. It almost sounds like you would be talking about the former professor at the archaeology department, or catching words with her. Oh, there's nothing wrong. We've spent a week examining it, and it's perfectly ordinary jade. I quite assure you, the fine patterns, well, we're not sure about them yet.
Do I detect anything off about the behavior in regards to that
insight
question?
That's an insight check. Both of you get an insight check at that one.
Okay, well, I don't expect I'm going to do very well. Oh, never mind. You know, every yeah, exactly.
Midnight stares at the alarm like it's a Canberra from The Office.
What are with my rolls?
Okay, Ari, you're not
concerning
sure.
me.
Zephiel, her lack of concern is in combination with the fact that she fumbles, her like arms are shaking a bit. She does not believe a word she just said.
Ooh.
Okay then. I'm just going to quietly notice that. I'm not going to say anything about it.
Okay.
Going to keep a completely straight face here. Even though I'm probably not straight at all.
Seeing, shuffling the camera a moment. Speaking of someone looking at the alarm like it's a camera.
Mm-hmm.
Midnight Archivist. You wind up caught in random chit chat with random folks as well. Dr. Hrothgar Stonecrusher, a fellow dwarf, and one of the local surgeons. He is absolutely a fan of natural history and gemstones, so of course he's been a regular patron of the museum. Sometimes the museum keeps displays hidden in the basement at night. It's like the curator thinks her own guards might steal something. Curious.
That's interesting.
Do either of you approach the stone? It is kind of the centerpiece
Not
of the
directly.
ball.
She does. Mitney wants to look at the other stones real fast to see if any of them claim, a dwarf helped with it, just so she could be like, did one really?
Mm-hmm.
Or did you take it?
A couple of the placards definitely claim assistance from local dwarven societies.
But yeah, she kind of like do, and then look at it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That makes sense. Do.
Okay. Zephiel.
Yeah.
Deception. This to signal Mitney to look at the base of this. Mitney and Archivist look at the base of the.
There you go.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Mitney, you notice Zephiel pointing at the base of the marble stand.
Signal.
There's
Little hand
a
signal.
bunch of there are a bunch of weird little marks on the pedestal, runic symbology, and having with the curator busy chatting these two up still, assuming that you two are keeping at that.
Yep.
You can give it a
we're
poke and a look-see. And
Look-see.
roll me an Arcana check. Okay.
Yep, it sure is runes.
Archie.
Yep. All right. Give it a look too.
Don't fail us now.
Don't stop me now. I'm having trouble. Damn it.
Neither of you has a firm answer of what they're doing yet. So you probably need someone who knows their spells a little more, like, the one who pointed you at this and is busy talking to the...
I would facepalm if I weren't doing things.
Okay. Or you could try and...
I could try and,
get the curator to go to someone else or something as well.
could do that.
Mitney might, since Mitney's like, yeah, it's a thing. It's definitely a thing. Mitney might be willing to try to steal her off, be like, okay, but which... I want to know the treaties behind these dwarf things, like...
Yeah, go ahead and do
Where?
that if you can successfully
sure?
get her attention.
Okay.
She wants to be like, I would like further details than what you have on these plaques. They sound fascinating. Do you have it? Please.
Okay. The curator looks deeply annoyed, as if you are not the first dwarf to ask these questions today.
I am sure I am not. But
you
know
are.
what?
But you are wealthy enough patrons that you did get tickets to come in, so she has to try and placate you. And so, you can slip off with her, giving Zephiel time to examine it herself, or try something a little goofy.
I will look myself. And
Okay.
I'm succeeding
go.
myself.
There
All right.
we go.
The spell is a change transmutation spell. Pretty clever rig. Basically,
So that's not the real rock.
hold on, that's not what I said. That is definitely the real rock, and there's definitely something really bloody weird about it. It seems non-match, doesn't ping to a detect magic, but the weird shapes on its surface, that's not normal jade. You can tell that, almost immediately.
Mm-hmm.
More importantly, however, those marks along the base, that's a chain transmutation spell. And it's not around the stone. It's around it's centered on the platform that it's on. Simply put, if the stone's taken off the pedestal, all the doors in the room lock. And not just lock, arcane lock.
Ooh.
So yeah, that's a problem.
The curator, you don't know, but you have to assume they've got a way to remove the lock afterwards. But that would almost definitely handle it. That said, since you got me a 20 plus, you're pretty sure that if you get something of similar size and shape onto it quickly enough, then you can stop that from going off.
So we're gonna need the thing.
We're gonna do Indiana Jones. Is what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do it Indiana Jones.
The Indiana Jones sandbag gambit.
All right.
And
if you pass this information off to Archivist, Archivist can make like they're going to the bathroom, but
And
get
inform
this
Clayton.
info to the roof crew.
Yes. So I believe we gotta figure out a way to make it not suspicious.
Or just do it after the museum closes, of course.
Yeah, we could do. I mean, I could hold on to this. Until either there's an opportunity to let archivists know without being suspicious.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, you can lean at each other and go like, "Have you seen this rock? It's weird magic." You know.
I mean, we could, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think Zeph is going to take the opportunity, because the sooner that we have information to everybody, the better our chances of a plan will come together. So I think they're gonna move over to Archivist and sort of beckon them over, like, "Hey, have you seen this? This is so cool." And then when they're close enough, relay that information.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay,
Very
and
interesting.
I am going to quickly see if I can find a useful token for the curator. You have been notified that we'll use this token for the moment, sure. You are aware that she's been holding on to that clutch. She's been fumbling with it. She's nervous about something. So, does anyone who's in the room want to try and slip it off her while she's distracted?
I don't know if what would we roll for that?
Sleight of hand.
That would be sleight of hand. Yeah.
I could try, but
I have a +2 on that.
+4.
I have a
So
all right.
3.
I'm gonna give it a try, but I'm hoping I don't mess this up for everybody. Yeah, I failed it.
Oh,
All
And
right.
how?
I failed it epically.
yes, you did.
Ari might get it though.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right.
We could actually probably tag team this, to be honest.
So-
Yeah.
I mean, so
With
I
her
probably
chatting with Mitney, the curator's getting increasingly annoyed fast.
Yes.
Um,
I'm agitating her.
so
her-
whenever
Hold.
I fail it, I can just be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I,
so-
I tripped.
Run into her, basically. Trip,
Okay,
quote
Zephiel?
unquote.
you slip and stumble a little bit, and accidentally, more than even touching her arm, you accidentally, your arm goes wide and actually touches her back. She jumps a little bit and just has a absolute glare at you, which
Oh, I'm so
loosens
sorry,
her
I'm
grip
so clumsy.
which loosens her grip long enough for Ari to snag it. You don't know how long, with her completely failing to notice, as she's just going back into the same idle chit chat, having lost attention. You suspect you only have Ari. You've probably got a minute or so before she notices that's missing. At which point you can probably point out she dropped it or something. This is your chance to check the content. Or you could try to just slip out entirely and
I was
almost guaranteed draw her ire, but she may not have a chance to act on it.
Well, I was thinking, because she's not she, but they're supposed to be my wife in the situation. He's gonna act concerned. I mean, he probably would normally be concerned, but he's gonna act concerned because oh, my wife just tripped, and be like, oh, go to put a hand on her and be like, oh, honey, are you feeling lightheaded again? Let's go up to the restrooms and see if we can get some cold water on your face. See if that'll help.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I am feeling a little faint.
Sorry,
I
this
don't
happens
Irritating her
sometimes.
for keep irritating her for at least another 3 minutes.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
exactly.
All right.
You'll have to excuse me.
We haven't talked about
I've
those
got
yet. I
illnesses.
swear they don't come from that area.
Yeah,
Alright.
see, Zeph is albino and has naturally paler skin, so it's like you'll have to excuse me. I have.
She has a weak constitution. You know how it is.
Nice, annoying.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have.
All right. All right.
I have chronic illness.
All three of you
Half the
roll me
paper.
a deception check. Highest one will count.
Oh, okay.
Mitney's not deceiving. She is actually where did these all come? No, I'm joking.
Okay, finally a decent enough roll.
Oof. Oh,
Oh
no. Yeah, mine's terrible. As I said, she's not deceiving. She's genuinely.
she's being genuine. She doesn't have to deceive to keep
My
to keep the
deception is that I
attention.
don't know these people who are carrying off your purse.
And Zephiel, your deception.
Ooh, let's see.
Said all three roll deception here.
Yep. I mean, we probably got it because I
Okay.
already had an 18.
Yeah, and I did say highest counts.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mitney barking up about this, even if it seems a little hastily improvised, and she almost spots that. The Zephiel and Ari feigning Zephiel being having a bit of a woozy spell gets her causes her to give a almost dismissive wave of the hand and just start and practically get caught in a glare down with Mitney for a good minute or two. By the time you two are around, she fumbles around a bit. It's like, oh, where did I put it? Ah, damn it! And she is now stumbling around the room, having completely missed who actually took the clutch.
Good job.
Success.
Excellent work, guys.
Good job. Zeph is like, oh, good job, husband.
Thank you.
I feel
Thank you.
I feel like they're just going to casually call each other husband and wife now.
Delightful.
Bits. One last
You're telling me I missed the
rumor.
party?
Archivist gets one last rumor.
Mhm.
From Captain Frankheim Waters, who absolutely does not look like the soldier he claims he once was. He describes that our curator seems to be a vintage doll collector and apparently has a doll in the office the size of a grown person.
Oh, that's creepy.
Are we
So-
talking Dolphy? Are we talking BGJ? I'm joking.
We're talking
Neither are good.
Yeah, either of
mean-
those could be a bad sign in a D&D setting, but they could also be relatively innocent. It's hard to say.
I mean, a Dolphy the size of a person would probably
Okay.
cost you your firstborn son, your mortgage, and maybe your soul.
Yeah.
Or she could just be really good at playing Follow the Leader at the carnival.
That too.
Okay, with that said, I'm going to do a scene twist here
Mm.
and move to Clayton.
Nahaha.
Yeah, we found Clayton.
Oh, Clayton is having the time of his life.
Well, I'm just hearing yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Right, that's fair, but yes, Clayton has absolutely been looking around the museum outside the gala. He really wants to investigate those statues just to see if there's any validity to that rumor. He does have some pretty decent arcana knowledge to back that up.
Okay. Okay, sorry, which room? I was trying to check the sites.
The rumors of the statues being golems or whatever the heck they are.
Okay, I'm going to say that is... Roll me an intelligence check, and I'm trying to figure out what skill would be appropriate, but probably something on the intelligence spectrum.
I would almost certainly say arcana, but
Yeah, go ahead and call it Arcana.
you want an intelligence check or an arcana check?
Arcana.
Come on, roll 20.
You can do it.
We believe in you.
Of course I can't roll to save
You're not certain. You're not certain on that one.
Yeah.
Naturally.
You've already been warned about the presence of alarms in general, and you're able to spot at least a few of the ones Mitney is aware of. Mitney became aware of. Where next?
Yeah, Clayton knows about the alarm on the stairs. He is strolling through the museum, checking these doors, and I assume he knows that this one is the department head's door up here.
You don't know for sure which one is the one for the department's head office.
Didn't the
Also, roll me a stealth check.
didn't the map, before I say that, didn't the map indicate that that was the one that the doctor believed was the...
It's
Yeah.
the one that all
Top one,
three
yeah.
were marked office ?
Got it. So, my mistake.
You're not sure which one is which yet. That said, stealth check to avoid drawing attention at this point. We're getting closer and closer. There's fewer people around.
Oh, Clayton is absolutely not trying to not draw attention. He's doing the old, come up to the door, knock, try the handle, and say, "Hey, you in here?" But yes, I will roll stealth for believability.
Yeah, that'll be a deception instead.
Of course, that would be deception.
Of course.
Ah,
You're kind of bad at this, Clayton.
A little bit.
well, my dice are certainly not cooperating.
There's just a pat on your shoulder from behind you by a guard.
Oh no.
You.
Yeah,
Out.
he's just gonna look back at the guard and smile and say, "Whatever, whatever. I'm trying to find the director."
Director is busy upstairs, and you are busy getting out of this museum.
Ari's down. Ari's in the other room. Ari's in the other room, just like Mike Clayton is in trouble. Senses are tingling.
He's a big boy.
I'm familiar. This is the guard token.
Yes.
Okay. Clayton's just going to shrug and say, "Whatever," and he's just going to make his way to the front door.
The guard is glaring at you the entire time until you exit.
And where was the rope to the roof, on the right or the left?
Basically all the way around back.
It's on the back, yeah.
So if you're clambering
And it'll
up
be-
there,
Probably be on the right side of the building because that's probably closer to the actual skylight.
Yeah, Clayton is making his way to the roof. There is what I'm looking for.
I will drag your token all the way around.
Alright.
You are above Jamisha at the moment, and can be. And if Jamisha's still sticking around up there, no guards have come up this entire darn time. By the way,
Perfect.
Sky-
I'm like going,
skylight.
yeah.
you can
I
pop
will have
open the
passed at
skylight.
least some of the time looking through the crates.
Yeah, there's not much of relevance in the crates.
I didn't think so, but maybe there's something of just the right weight and size.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Nope.
Well,
Archivist is thinking of something that does match. I believe was hinted by Endless earlier.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But yeah. Clayton, do you signal your presence to Jamisha so she can get you in?
Yeah, he is totally going to gently appear at the skylight and arrange the predetermined knock signal to get in.
Okay. Jamisha will go up and let him in carefully and be like, going, "Not already, huh? That was fast."
Clayton is just going to shrug and said, "I never could tell a lie."
Like going, "Well, join the club."
That's the one with the second highest deception mod in the party.
Who's
Clayton's-
first, me?
I believe so, yes.
Yes.
You are the
Clayton's-
performer, though, so that does make sense.
True.
Come down into the attic with Jamisha, and he
So you're both tied for highest.
Uh-huh.
Um, you do know that those stairs go down to the privies. You do not know that Zeph and Ari are down there at the immediate moment.
Oh,
That's
Clayton
fine.
is already going to say, "I'm going to go get myself in trouble, and I'm going to get thrown out bodily if I'm caught." Fortunately, I don't think that it's going to put the operation in danger. Believe me, I look nothing like the rest of you.
Got that right.
No, but if you're caught again, then they're gonna know there's another way in.
Clayton's just going to smile and just going to say, "Oh, there's at least 3 ways in."
Okay.
And he's just going to leave that one hanging in the open.
Oh.
That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
he said indeed. Just leaves it
Okay.
hanging out in the open.
So, going down those stairs, Clayton?
Is going to the stairs, giving a discreet look before he does. He does not blindly look before he leaps.
And down this back hall, there are no guards, but 2 familiar faces.
Oh, fantastic.
Hi.
So,
Just gonna scratch his head and say, "Hey, you guys already found something, huh?"
You already got thrown out, didn't you?
no, we found quite a few things, but yeah, I want to know the answer to his question.
Oh, you know that they hate me in places like this.
Of course they did.
Shakes his head. Fine, whatever. We need to look at this and get it back to the lady before she really flips out.
Oh, no, you know what we should do? We should determine what's so important inside of it first, of course, but
Well, yes.
as you said, but then we should just leave it somewhere else in the museum. Make the bitch think that she's, completely gone off her rocker.
Clayton's just going to cough gently and say, that's the kind of thing someone leaves in the bathroom.
It is. She's got a point.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So
All right, we'll
Clayton's
just
gonna
leave
say,
it in here.
Have we checked for anything on the outside we should be worried about?
No. So far inside, we've got one lady who is potentially going to punt a dwarf if she doesn't stop talking
Clayton's
about.
just going to take his hand and say, no, the clutch.
Oh, the clutch? Oh, we haven't opened it yet. Oh no, who did lose?
Is there anything we need
Endless, we
to...
lost you again!
No, Endless! Is there anything we need to roll to determine, anything about the clutch?
DM secretly rolling. DM secretly looking at some stuff on your sheets. You're pretty confident that the clutch isn't like itself alarmed or anything. That would be a little weird.
It would be.
Less worried about an alarm, more worried about a mimic.
Yeah, I mean,
The clutch is not a mimic.
it would be weird, but it wouldn't be unheard of.
Yes.
Don't worry, this isn't Freyren.
He left. She left. The clutch left.
We all...
clutch laughed only because Ari was making laughing noises while opening and closing it.
Okay.
Clayton's just gonna say to Ari, open it and let's be quick about this. I'll know what I'm looking for.
I know.
Okay. Well, 3 items pop up into your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Besides like her typical identity papers, there's some coins. Blah blah blah. Now you know what's valuable, or appears to be valuable.
Mm-hmm.
There is a what's obviously a key, probably a master key. There is a map that shows about where the guard stations are after hours. And a pass and some kind of weird little card that any of you roll me an Arcana check with advantage.
I will roll. I will roll that with advantage, yes.
Ah, finally.
Wow.
Starting to get some
Okay,
better
well,
ones.
we're good then. We're good then.
Finally,
with the rest of what you've been told, figure out that thing will, that card, and probably similar ones the guards have, will let you step over or tap alarms and such without the alarm going off.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Clayton's just
Fabulous.
he doesn't know the significance of it since he hasn't seen the alarms that much, but he does know a disarm tool when he sees it. He's just gonna say, "Okay, I'm gonna need a moment to scribble down this map. Has she been looking at this clutch, or has she just been holding it?"
She was
Oh,
holding it, but she had a vice-like grip on it until we were able to sneak it away from her.
She has been sus. Super sus.
Clayton is just
Duperty sauce.
The way
using
she
his
was-
memory to get most of these details of the map for later, and he's just going to say, "Then we don't want to take this, or at least we don't want to be caught with this."
Yeah. So here's the thing. Couple things actually. So the curator lady, she insists that there's nothing wrong with the stone, but I don't buy for a second that she believes any of what she's saying. So I think she knows that our friend is correct. Or at least she is suspicious of the stone. The second thing, there is an enchantment on the pedestal holding the stone. It is entirely possible that we could get something of a similar weight onto it. If we get it there fast enough, it won't trigger anything. However, we have a couple of options now.
Clayton's just going to hold up a finger to indicate a pause. He's just going to lean over to Ari and say, "Hey, Ari, do me a favor. Look out there. See if you see this guard." Give him a brief description. I'm just going to say, he says, "I'm going to stroll around the top here, but I don't want to get caught by the same guy."
That's fair. That's fair. Ari, do you want to do a check?
That guard is not patrolling upstairs. They're on specific areas.
Oh, fantastic.
You good, fam.
And the thing and you probably can guess that their break room is among those locked doors downstairs.
Yes. So here with this setup here, if we at least, I mean, you got the map under control, obviously, but the key seems to be a master key. I would assume it would be. I would imagine the curator would have that. This card seems to be able to bypass alarms. So it is an option. But if we don't want to be too sus about it, there is another option of getting the stone. The other thing is that it was brought up earlier, do we want to just steal the stone or the egg? Do we want to just take that and run, or do we want to make it look like that wasn't the target?
Clayton's just going to smile.
They popped around the corner. There's some other interest now. I'm joking.
Clayton's just going to smile and just going to say, "Oh, I think I can make a decent-looking case for this being a general smash and grab."
I mean, I believe you. I don't really have much of a choice but to believe you right now. But you are just sus enough to be believed on that. So, anyway, I will leave that to you. Quick question before we do anything else, though. Do we wish to take the key and the card? Or do we want to leave those and just rely on what we've got? Because this would give us an advantage.
Shake his head, and he's going to say, "If that goes missing, she's going to be on high alert. Better to return it to her and say, 'Hey, we found this somewhere.'"
I would say just leave it in the bathroom. Just leave it in the bathroom. Let her find it on her own and make her think, "Oh, I must have left this in here the last time I went pee."
Clayton's just going to say, "Works for me. I'm going to check in with Jamisha, and I'm going to make sure that she has this map because she's going to want to know what the guards are going to be doing."
Amazing. All right. Got you.
I need a quick second to AFK and grab some water.
Okay.
Hydrate.
Hydrate before you dihydrate.
By the way, I did finish my entire water, so the hydrations have been redeemed.
Is there a kitty close to me?
No, because the fan is in her spot right now. Plus, also it's hot.
That's kind of why I would.
So yeah, we'll have to make sure that they have water.
Yes.
Probably going to, because we're going to be ordering groceries tomorrow. Probably going to get a bag of ice, too.
Mm-hmm.
Important.
Yeah, I don't want to go anywhere near the 4th. So,
Nope.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Thank you for your patience.
Mm-hmm.
Very welcome.
With that said, Clayton, as you take your lap around, you're basically going to see the same stuff as last time. None of the guards give you a special glance. But do roll me 2 perception check.
Clayton is also going to have a need for a sleight of hand check, but we'll do that after. And before we do that, Clayton wants to make sure that he gets the information to Jamisha before he gets thrown out / arrested.
Okay.
So, Jamisha, you've got the map. You've got Clayton's memory of the map, so you need to do with that what you will.
All right, I got it.
That'll give you advantage for slipping past the guards, basically to the general party once you guys gather for phase 3 of this op.
Okay, and now you said 2 perceptions.
Yep. And you mentioned a sleight of hand. But 4.
Jesus Christ. Well, there's one that I failed.
Okay.
Yes, this wall is made of stone.
That sure is stone.
Hidden door connecting, and I'll actually move you to the exact spot where it is. A hidden door connects this hall direct to the gem room. It's probably rigged with it's got the same lock rig as the others, but you might be able to pull something off with a little bit of but it could be a alternate way out of the room if the guards suspect that whatever is happening would go out through the front door. So, handy.
Yes.
And of course, there's the non-secret but locked door over here.
Clayton is not showing any interest in that one. As a matter of fact, if this is the...
Also, I'm just going to say, you could try to get a copy of the key made quickly.
Clayton's not that quick with what they're doing. Plus, Clayton is actually planning to sleight of hand one of the guards to try and get their key.
Okay. Roll it.
Hold on, Clayton is not a rush into things guy. He is, first of all, going back to the Underground Wonders thing. This is the archaeology thing, right? The Underground Wonders is here. Yeah, he's going back here, and if that's where the big thing of jade is, yes?
About here is where the big thing of jade is.
Ah, right in view of the guard.
At least depending on the way they're moving around. Again, stealth check to do things when they're turned around or whatever.
Clayton would have a glass cutter, but that's not quiet.
Especially not the kinds of glass cutters you'd have at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't know where you'd gone.
I'm checking one more thing.
Oh, I gotta kill Puttons. No, I'm doing a trust. That's how you learn how to do it.
Okay, Clayton is going to stroll. Well, first he's going to ask the guard if anyone's available to ask questions to, or if everyone's busy with the gala.
The basic answer is everyone's busy with the gala. I don't know crap beyond what's maybe that's on some of these placards. Go ask someone else tomorrow,
Some
maybe.
of the placards that he may have read when he's been before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Clayton's going to sigh and thank him and say thanks, and he's just going to say, I'm going to come back real quick. I just want to get a quick drink first. And he's going to head this way, make his way to the cafe.
You will have passed several guards on that route. None of them are paying you particular attention. Do you wish to make your attempt?
Clayton actually has an attempt that he's going to do, but it's going to be over here. As we have established, Clayton uses explosives with aplomb. I'll probably need to do the alchemy check as a pre-thing. But he would try to have a noisemaker handy, just like a breaking glass pop.
Okay. First off, roll me an alchemy check to see how preparing this went.
And a what check?
Alchemy kit check.
Okay.
Tool proficiencies and custom skills left side.
Yep, I see it.
Mitney staring into the alarm. I'm assuming Mitney has probably. Yahaha? Yahaha.
So-
Yeah.
Clayton would be leaving a noisemaker over here with a time delay fuse. And once he's put it, he's just going to wander back this way, snag a drink at the bar or at the cafe, and stroll back down here.
Okay.
About when he's here, it would go off. He's still going to keep walking, look back when it goes off, like, what the hell? And hopefully that guards attention.
Well, this guard goes to look. What the heck? Which draws this guy's attention. You're not sure how long you have with them going the other way, though.
Clayton is going to make one quick attempt to cut the glass near the lock to get it open.
Why not just pick the lock?
I thought you said it was a solid lock.
The dagger and the axe were the bad lock.
Dagger and the axe. Okay. No, he'll just try to pick the lock then.
Yeah. Okay. Thieves' tools check. You may roll intelligence or dexterity.
Thieves' tools check. It will be dexterity. And you want me to click Thieves' tools or just dexterity?
Thieves' tools specifically, because you have proficiency.
Got it. Ah!
Okay. Now, your party has been loaned a bag of holding. Clayton, do you happen to be the one who thought to have it?
Absolutely take it because he's the one casing the joint.
Okay. So, you have enough time to slip it in and put the bag back into cover, close it up.
Yep, and Clayton's just going to leave the area at a gentle stroll, admiring things as he goes.
Quite a few of the patrons are being the same way, you notice.
Yeah.
Like
and
this.
he's going to make his way back to the bathrooms.
Okay. As you pass by here, yeah, there's definitely a bit of commotion going on, but the guards are trying to keep enough quiet, and they're wondering what the hell's going on. And you make it back to the bathrooms, no problem.
And they've left back into the soiree by now.
Yes, I'm assuming.
Yep.
We left the
Yeah.
the thing in the bathroom and we just went back. And I tried to look my best, like I was just looking like shit.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, and, we almost forgot. As Clayton was passing through here, he was going to try and sleight of hand this guy to get a key.
Okay. Okay. Roll it.
Try being the key word.
Try being the very key word. Oh!
Yep.
Oh.
You've got one of the guard's keys. You do spot that they are differently shaped than the master key that was in her bag.
Yes.
That said,
But does it have the card thingy attached?
it does have the card thingy attached, and it's similar enough that if you swap the keys, she might not. There's a pretty good chance she won't have time to notice any.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is Clayton's plan. So, having done that, stroll back, check the bathrooms for the thing, make the swap,
Okay.
and heading up to meet Jamisha again,
Let me a token around. Okay.
where he is just going to inform Jamisha, I love it when a plan comes together. Hand over the bag of holding, hand over the key, hand over the master key and the card. And he's just going to relay everything he's done to Jamisha so that Jamisha has basically the full layout of the museum after hours at her disposal.
On top. Yep.
I have set the lady free.
And
Good,
once
because
you've
she's
done
going
that-
all over the place looking around like, where'd I put it? Where'd I put it? God
Yeah.
damn it, where'd I put it?
I might, when I spot them come back, I
Stupid
might be like,
dwarf,
did you go to the
stupid half
bathroom
drow.
recently?
Sorry, repeat what you were saying?
Maybe if, no, that's definitely spam. Maybe if, when I spot, did you go to the bathroom recently? Just off of that, like, what are you looking for? I don't think I saw you with anything. Did you go to the bathroom recently?
She is just pissed off. She is stomping past the guards, practically shoving through archivists and through Zephiel,
Oh my.
Wow. Way to
and
treat a sickly person.
goes out of sight.
Excuse you.
Stop.
A remarkably rude person.
Just shoving
is-
my wife like that? Ugh. I thought that they were better mannered here.
we would never be treated like this in Waterdeep.
Exactly.
Like what? She does not actually say, but she would be right if she can. All right. With that said, we are at 9 minutes to close,
Yes. Do we want
and
to?
I think unless you are going to try for the brazen in front of multiple guards chaos run, this is probably the point where you want to slip out, reunite. You'll get a chance to do an info trade,
Mhm.
and then
I mean, at this point, we have a legit reason to just leave. I mean, I nearly got knocked over by this bitch.
Yeah.
I have successfully irritated the shit out of her.
Yes.
Love that.
Yep. Congratulations, you have successfully landed a Hardison Gambit.
Nice.
Make disagreeing with you as awkward as possible. It's because I'm Jewish, isn't it? For those of you who haven't seen enough Leverage, I believe that's episode 5, season 1.
Is this because I'm Jewish?
Because I'm Jewish. Just make it. God.
It's a delightful episode. It's because I'm
It is.
Jewish.
The amount of oh dear.
Look, especially when I heard there was an elvish mining era, she's got to double check that these rocks came from actual dwarves, like you said they did. How did an elf get involved in mining?
Look, you need
a surprise.
locally sourced rocks.
There was a place
Ethically
where
sourced rocks.
Midney would know that there are, in fact, some
Yes.
elf-run mines out there, but they're not nearly as common as dwarf-run for multiple reasons.
And nowhere
Yes.
near its quality.
Well, yeah, the
That's her
dwarves know
point.
their rocks.
Quality.
Anyway.
Well, this was
Yeah,
a good night.
Yes, it was.
We
Indeed.
did
It was
quite
fun.
well. We
I
did
could
quite
not
well for
Wait
our
to see
setup.
Jamisha and Clayton working to make distractions so Jem can get in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
We worked pretty well.
You do.
yep. And with that said, I am going to close by moving everyone back out front.
Mm.
As you filter out as we get closer to the museum's closing.
Now y'all
Two of
just
you
need to
having
hide.
feigned leaving disgust, and you're here. You're able to trade information, so everybody's caught up. And the museum will close in an hour, at which point the alarms, the possibly animated statues, and if there's any security measures you missed, you're guessing they're going to go off at this point. And also, and the complications that might be coming up, if the guards notice the jades missing from second floor, they're probably going to be at minimum on edge. The curator is really on edge. Especially if she at some point notices she's got the wrong key. And you still don't know anything about about the possible offices. So unless one of you wishes to close out the night, having gotten the key passed your way, and one of you wants to try and slip into one of these doors. Basically, I'm offering you a chance for one last scene before we conclude.
Mm-hmm.
Clayton's been thrown out, so Clayton's out. So if any of you guys want it, me and Buddy.
I don't think I should because I've been harassing.
No,
Yeah.
I think I would probably be the best candidate, but
I
at the same
think,
time,
I think Jamisha would be the best candidate, but
yeah. Because
but I'd
You'll have
still
to
wait
do it.
till after. I'd
Jim
still wait
has
till like
seen
after dark.
Jamisha otherwise.
yeah.
Yeah, nobody's seen
Okay.
Jamisha, and Clayton would think that if they're not doing this, he'd tell Jamisha that we should probably meet up with the others before we do anything. This entrance ain't going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I
Right.
gotta drag Jamisha down, giving you the chance to fully communicate to prep. And unless Jamisha,
I want to use if I do this, I'm going to be using, stealth to sneak around. But
Yep.
I'd probably do it when there's less guards. Maybe
Also-
The guards are kind of occupied upstairs.
so there were
Yeah.
quite a few of them are occupied upstairs. This is the closest to a chance you're gonna have. Also, Clayton, since you actively chose a bad way to try and slip through this door the first time, I'm gonna give you inspiration by having made a entertainingly poor choice.
Nice. So yeah, I'll give it
And-
a try with the stealth and try to
Okay.
get in.
Which door do you go for?
I don't know.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Let's see here. I don't know. Which doors are there? I
One
can't see the
here?
doors.
Yeah.
One there, one here, and one up here.
I might do the one up down in the bottom corner.
Give
And
me
I'm
a
gonna
stealth
be-
check.
Yes. Super stealth. Stealthy. Where are you, stealthy?
She's a super sneak. She's super sneaky. Hey!
Yeah, no problem.
Nat 20.
Door
like
pops
to think.
right open.
Well, a 17, not a nat 20, but still
Oh,
On net 20.
A dirty,
a dirty.
unnat
dirty
20.
fun.
Yeah.
20.
I like to think my
And
song helped.
It did. Inspiration.
Mhm.
Yeah.
right. And give me a perception check.
Okay. That might not be as good. When it decides to load. Unless I gotta do it again. Let me push the button again. Hello, perception.
Sometimes D20, roll 20 is the
Oh.
Yeah.
Double sixes.
Mitney, also a perception check, though this represents a little earlier.
Mitney, perception check. Perception.
No.
I have apparently used all of my attention on harassing.
I mean, to be fair, that's pretty
You-
exhausting work.
Okay. Neither of you immediately spots it, but Mitney, based on what you saw alarms on the other side, you suspect there might be alarms along here.
Okay.
But yeah. Jamisha, you slip around into what is obviously the curator's office.
Ooh!
Alright,
Perfect.
as you step
choice.
into the room,
Alarms go off.
no.
Oh. I'm like, I'm
No.
waiting for alarms to go off.
One would
But
think.
there is a very large kind of creepy doll in the corner.
Ooh, that rumor was true.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
The name
Gross.
Marigold is sewn into the vintage dress.
I get the feeling this thing is
This thing is gonna try and murder
I'm like
us.
going. It probably watches everything. The eyes probably follow me, don't they?
Nope.
No, they
Damn.
don't.
Nope.
I was
Doesn't
thinking
seem
it was like
moving.
Night of the Living Dummy or something.
Yeah, right. Might still be. We don't know. All right. Well, that was creepy. I'm gonna
There's
stay in.
There's a door
hyper-stealth
here,
mode.
There's a door here, by the way.
There's a door there.
Door
Oh,
up
okay.
here.
A door there and a desk there.
Yep,
Okay,
you
well,
can check.
I'm gonna stay in ultra stealth mode and avoid the doll.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Now,
go to the desk first.
There's some loose paperwork, nothing relevant. There's a copy of the Guards After Hours patrol routes. Clayton already passed your way. Seems Clayton's recollection was accurate. And that's really about it. You want to try and
Alright.
slip up through the north door.
I was gonna go for the door behind her desk first.
There is no door behind her desk.
Oh.
No. There was just the desk down here and the door.
Oh, okay. So the little yellow thingy was the desk, not the door.
The yellow one was Jay marking the desk. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I happen to do it
so
as a
I guess
searching door.
I will go to the door as stealthily as humanly possible.
Okay,
As
give me a stealth
peacefully
check.
Give
Give me a stealth check.
All right, we'll do. Oh,
The doll does not react.
oh.
Endless disconnects dramatically.
I'm glad to hear that, but
Can't believe Tirsta is dead.
You slip to the next door, and you find the records room.
ooh,
Ooh.
Okay,
Ooh.
indeed.
Ooh.
you could choose to search around here. Whether you suspect much, it's kind of up to you, or you could advance to the next room.
Well, I am going to do some searching around. I'll be perfectly honest.
Give me an investigation check.
Even though I suck at it. Na, 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 na. Did you not register my investigation click? Okay.
It doesn't
Wait a
for
minute.
some reason. Oh!
Oh,
there we
that's
go.
a
That's a
no!
nat 20. That's a nat 20.
You find two things.
Okay.
The first one is an exact map of all the alarm. Is a complete map of all the alarm locations in the building.
Amazing.
If you pass, I'm actually. Hold on, let me see if I can do
Well,
this.
this'll be. I look at it. I'm going. Well, this'll be useful.
Okay. The A's that will be appearing all over the map are the alarms. I think that's a lot of them.
I'm sure it does have a lot of them.
The second thing you notice is some of the ledgers.
Ooh.
Which
ledgers?
lists? Damn it, when you say it like that, I almost started to a routine for the freaking play that goes wrong. A ledger?
Ledger.
A ledger? Where's
Sorry,
the
I
ledger?
couldn't help myself.
But it notes multiple items in the archive collection apparently going missing lately.
Oh.
They're signed off by various others. The missingness is signed off by a few different employees of the museum, none of whom you've seen here today. none of whom are the curator.
Interesting.
Is there any record of them being fired?
I'll
None.
have to look.
The doctor didn't work for the museum.
Yeah.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, I wouldn't be checking for the doctor. I'd be checking to see.
But it's handy to know.
Nope. No other employees. No sign of other recent firing.
Okay, so they are employees for the museum.
Yeah,
They're just
employees
not
of the
here.
Yes, okay. So
All right.
you can try slipping out here, or go back, or you can go north.
I think I'm going to go north.
Though,
Okay.
No. What?
remember
I
that
wanted
we
to-
would have said that there's probably a guard's break room on the first floor that we haven't found.
Oh, okay. That's the guards. Okay, so never mind.
We don't know that that's the guard's break room, but
It's the most logical room left to get.
The most logical room left. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about the guards break room. Sorry. Okay. Well, Roxy forgot about the guards break room.
yeah, Jem would have been warned.
Yeah, Jem would have known.
Okay.
So
Of course, the break room might still have opportunities anyways, but your choice.
Nah, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna gather the papers, or I'm gonna take the information I have gathered, especially that nice little map of all of the alarms.
Yeah,
And
we're
I
not
will-
making it. We're not making it that episode of leverage.
No.
I mean,
And I presume
there
you
is
slip back
something-
here to get out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it is up to you, but there is something to be said for possibly overhearing / eavesdropping guard chatter.
There's also
I mean-
something to be said for pushing your luck.
That too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Plus,
Okay.
I need to go to bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So-
I need to raid, so.
One last check to conclude the night. Jamisha, stealth again. This time
Stealth
with
again.
advantage.
Dun dun dun
Oh, yeah.
dun
Nice.
dun dun dun
Okay.
dun.
Another
dun.
nat 20.
Hell yeah!
All right, and an intelligence check to see if you remember to lock the door behind you.
Aw, I'm not
Low
gonna forget
DC.
that.
All right. Yeah,
But
you,
no, I
you
still rolled it anyway.
okay? You relock the door. You slip, and you're out with extra material.
Nice.
Ooh. And then
And-
this is coming together.
Can
We
you believe
will-
you threw us out of here, buddy? This isn't even the best place we've been thrown out of.
All right. So the horse wasn't thrown out. You were thrown out.
That's true.
Look, where I go, the horse goes.
The horse was not with you inside of the museum.
Most museums frown upon letting horses in.
It's okay.
Exactly.
Just let him have
I
it.
can't believe the amount of discrimination they have against horses.
Let's see what's
Anyway.
Makes you wonder what they do about centaurs.
Anyway.
I do,
I think would be that. I
pretty-
think would be conflicting.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they can't do shit about centaurs. I mean, are you going to argue with a centaur?
Nah.
Justice for Mr. Ed.
Anyway.
Mr. Ed's a centaur!
So yeah, we
yeah.
will see how this heist plays out next Monday. I am not going to commit to anything this week because we're supposed to have temperatures in the hundreds in Eugene.
It's way
Gross.
too fucking early for that.
Yeah, it
If
really is. But I will see how I feel. I'm also kind of in the point of because Leia's gone back to day shifts that Wednesdays may change. I have not decided on that yet. So, but at this point, I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna commit to anything except to D&D Mondays. So,
Mhm.
and that said, I am going to raid somebody tonight. The VTuber Pumpkin Potion is having her birthday stream. Pumpkin Potion is a
that the one formerly known as Rockleadus?
Rockleadus, that is the one formerly known as Rockleadus, who became
Oh,
a
I love
VTuber,
you.
specifically whose VTuber is a 1920s tune.
It's so
And
cute.
Wonderful.
I love it
And
so much.
she's actually leaning fully into the tune
Hilarious.
thing, so that she's saying that it's her 93rd birthday.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's so good.
That's so
So
good.
she's reading off birthday wishes that she was sent. So
I love it.
I'm gonna go ahead and raid.
Delightful.
I would say,
Well-
I would absolutely say follow her. I don't get to see her out very often at the same time I'm doing stuff, so I'm super glad to go raid her.
Yeah. I don't know if Ren isn't committing to Friday. I don't know if I will be doing anything Friday. That's kind of up in the air. Saturday and Sunday Mass Effect will depend on whether Tess can join me or not. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
apologize. We'll see how moving goes. If
Yeah.
there will
Yeah.
be moving or what.
Yes.
yeah, I
But
mean,
we do have internet again, so
yeah,
that at
it
least.
is a holiday weekend. So I mean, I
That
don't
too.
think anybody would blame us if
It is a
we
holiday
took the weekend
midweek.
off. It is a holiday midweek, but we could carry it on
Uh-huh.
into the weekend. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I
mean,
mean,
the
Also,
holiday
know
that
that
I'll
we
be.
the people who do fireworks don't seem to care.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but I won't be celebrating that holiday. I will just be celebrating Endless's birthday. So
Yes.
Yes.
This is
That too.
I am
That's
going to be
holiday.
celebrating my family reunion that happens to coincide with a lot of fireworks.
Awesome.
So I will not be here on Wednesday. Whatever you guys decide on doing.
Okay.
yeah, I don't even know if we're gonna be doing anything Wednesday. So
Yeah. We might just take the week off this week. But
Yeah.
for sure, D&D Monday.
Mhm.
Next, same
D&D
bat time,
Monday.
same bat place, and let's go raid us a pumpkin potion.
Woohoo!
Yay.
Next
And
week.
I'm going to go pee and go to bed.
Go to bed.
Next week.
So,
Oh, that's cute.
Isn't it adorable?
Episode one.
This is the part where
Yep.
everybody strings me up in the square, and I'm aware of that. But I actually like the sewer level in the NES game. The dam level